to the Diaspora Divas podcast. What a wonderful day the Lord has made. You have your regular host, Oma Wanda, Mama J,
hello,
and Lady OG. How have you been? Hope your week has been going smoothly. And I find that usually we wait for the end of the episode to say or subscribe, share, like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You're here right now. At least you've seen the first, 3, 5, 10 seconds, whatever it is. Hit the subscribe button. Yes. Okay? Hit the like button. Okay? It's free 99.
0.9.
All right. Today we're just going to dive straight into it. We're playing a little game of Would You Rather. So, first question. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
Oh my God. 5 years. Decade. No. You'll be sleeping for 10 years and then you'll be in jail for 5 years.
Yes.
What if you sleep for 10 years and you never wake up?
No, according to this one, you wake up. You're sure to wake up after the 5 years or after the 10 years.
Jail for 5 years, please.
No. But then you go to jail for 5 years, you have a permanent record on you have a permanent...
Who will leave. People, when they go to jail, they don't come back. They come back and they merge into society.
No, it depends on the jail.
Another angle.
Well, Australian jail.
5 years in jail, please.
No, let's do coma.
Because you'll be missing out a whole 10 years.
There was a movie I watched recently, right? The movie, what's the name? Something Business.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But it's this one of these Korean dramas.
K-drama.
And yes. And this guy has a record, like he's been in jail for a couple of years. Yeah. Coming out of jail, he couldn't find a job because they're in this very small community where all those little things count. So he couldn't find a job. His wife is the breadwinner. She doesn't complain about it, but of course it does take its toll on the marriage, on the family and all of that. There was a particular scene that he went to a shop. The shop had hiring signboard. But the guy told him that, they're not hiring this and that. So the guy was looking at the sign like, but no, that's it. Just don't think about it. That one is old. It's an old sign. We're not hiring because nobody wants to work with an ex-convict.
Yeah, but if you sleep in coma for 10 years, maybe by the time you come out, maybe people would have been using chips as phone calls, not their phone calls. But I feel like in 5 years, at least if you have family, you can still see your family. You can still watch your children, even if they don't want to visit you in jail. But at least you know.
Also understand that in jail, after 1, 2, 3 months, people just also want to go about their lives, there's no better pain you feel than knowing that you have them out there and they've given up on you.
Yes.
But you guys know what a decade is? It's 10 years old.
Yes, of you not knowing what's going on.
Because if I go to jail, like what am I even in jail for to start with?
Anyways, my Nigerian spirit say go for big. But just saying,
like what am I in jail for to start with? If I'm in coma, by the time I wake up miraculously 10 years later, everybody's jubilating and happy to fill me in on the time that I've missed.
You have a chance to new life, new beginning.
Yeah.
If you don't meet a lot of things, everyone sees you as, oh my God, the miracle.
That's a lot of sleeping.
But in that sleep, they're taking care of you. They're moving you.
There are some other things in your body don't work anymore.
Because you can't be in jail and you still have bills to pay. Yeah. That'll be a huge relief.
What if the bills pile up for you 10 years after?
No, they can't buy. Because max 1 year.
They're telling you. They will write
max 1 year. Like,
they're even pitying your situation.
Wow.
Okay. The next one. For avoidance of doubt, I'd rather be in coma for 10 years.
Yeah.
The next one. Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
Hey, we. All this is your auntie. If you lose your sight, how you want to see the memory? How you want to see people to make the memory?
You can still make memories.
Without sight?
Yeah.
My sister.
You remember what it was to have sight, and you still now make new memories as someone.
Excuse me, what new memories are you making without seeing the memory that you're making?
I can still go for a picnic if I'm blind. I probably won't go to the beach.
That's very dicey because
My sister, I would rather lose my memory.
If you lose your memory, your husband, your kids, your family.
We don't lose it. We don't. Do you know that at least you see we are referring to K-drama and all that. Yeah. We see people that you show me wedding pictures, so I know I married you. We will build the memory.
Yeah, but that's hard because you forget what you built in the past.
Yes, but you can't. People, this.
What if you don't even remember what attracted you to your husband?
It comes down to intentionality. Go back memory lane. Our parents married without knowing who they married, and they grew to love the person, right? We will start loving.
And
let's say kids are involved. You're not telling me we had these kids together. We will start loving.
I'll keep my side though because
our parents have lived the longest in marriage without dating themselves or without building connection. The people that build connection, they are divorcing every day. Let's lose memory. I need my sight. I need my sight to see.
On this one, I think I'd rather keep my memories
because when you lose your sight, you are dependent on everyone else. Everyone else will be angry.
No, not really. I think you can still live a very full life without your sight.
Yeah, there are people who do that right now, but you're saying if you have the option.
Most times those people where they've lived their life.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
Walking around it. God forbid someone loses their sight at 30 years. When I think of my kids, how do you want to be there for them? How do I want to help you do this? I lose memory does not mean I lose my IQ.
You lose sight also doesn't mean you lose your IQ.
So how do I see the numbers that 1 + 1 is equal to 2?
Yeah.
You won't see the numbers now. They read it out for you.
I don't have to do that.
The thing for people.
My brain has to not be active for 24
you
hours.
will learn how to read Braille.
See, it's not easy to learn at old age.
True.
It's the way you can't pick language easily at old age.
Maybe I'm taking the sight because my sight is already shitty. If I remove this eyeglass now, I'm as good as blind.
Memory can go.
Alright. Would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella or a pool full of maple syrup?
Nutella.
All the way.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but maple syrup.
Is the one I know.
Maple syrup. I think you can eat Nutella all day with the chocolate filling, but maple syrup sometimes. Nah.
The feel of it, the syrup.
See,
but you're swimming in a pool.
I don't want to swim.
But you know that Nutella is really thick.
When I inhale
Taste
that syrup, no.
Yeah.
Nutella is really thick. How do you swim in that?
People that do all this love in chocolate baths, all this thing, how do they enjoy
really
it?
love it, chocolate
My sister, let us do Nutella.
Oh my god.
In Nutella or nothing. I no syrup anything.
I would choose Nutella as well because I can't imagine the feel of syrup on my body.
It's so sticky.
Yeah, it's still just yeah.
Someone like me, I don't even like medication naturally or the smell of it.
No, maple syrup is not like it's all those ones you used to eat like pancakes and things.
Syrup.
Whatever is syrup is syrup.
Anything that's syrup, the first thing that came to my head, I don't want to see it. Cooking, eating, taking, I'm allergic to medication.
Okay, would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Hey, maid. Straight up. Maid can cook. Maid can cook. She can learn.
It's not even about the cooking.
Yeah.
How many hours do I spend cooking and how many hours do I spend attending to the house?
Maid, please, all the way.
Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or the same underwear for a week?
Socks now.
You know, there's some men that do that, child. Wear one underwear for a week. So you cannot even compare. We women, which
how many of these men you know?
I've seen some people that wear one boxers for a week.
You've seen them.
You said there are some. I
seen them.
was look for the list.
I know.
Anyway, on a lighter note.
I'm sorry. I don't know anybody. Let me not stop so much.
Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year?
Lottery.
Win lottery. Lottery, please. After lottery, love can come.
True love in the mud.
Please, what is that again?
Lottery.
Love that is true.
There's one of these old Nigerian movies where they said, love bonye be. Love bonye obodo ibo.
My sister. After the lottery, we can now do what do they call them?
We'll find the love.
Exactly.
Do you know that for me now the lottery is my love? What do you mean that you're finding? Is that not love that you find?
Oh my
I believe that is. Leave my.
I just remembered that off camera, my brother-in-law watched our episodes and said we should be laughing with Demure. So
Demure.
I'm not laughing like I'm not the John. I laugh again. Why will be laughing? You're not serious. So he has told us to be laughing with Demure. And
Mindful laughter.
There's something I can't change, and that's my laugh. Let's move on.
And we told him that dear. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, last one. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future
Wow.
or 150 years into the future?
Not 10 minutes. Which one? What am I
On a daily.
Yeah, like that's your superpower.
10 minutes. So.
10 minutes, okay. Fine.
150 years, it concern me.
I know they live rich there.
I feel you don't say that 10 minutes into the future. If you use and make money, for example, now if you see say accident won't happen, I predict that you're going to have an accident in 5 minutes. If you don't do this, maybe the person gonna get the accident through, then come back to you say what happened. As I told you, I can see the future. Maybe the person will come and bring other people come. Say,
No,
10 minutes per future.
What I'll use it to
$1,000 per 10 minutes future.
the day that they want to announce results for like Powerball or this lottery things, right? So I will see it and then I know what to buy before.
How much you want to make on top of the one?
Now lotto now you can have up to 150 million, 20 million, a million.
I beg, if I even want to see, if I want to see 10 minutes, if I want to see 10 minutes into the future, that lotto way you talked before. If we can see the numbers for the lottery to play, so that we can win money.
Yeah. Welcome to today's episode, and today we're talking about friendships,
Setting healthy boundaries.
In relationships.
Sorry, my brain is a little bit slow.
Abby, you just found a new friendship.
Found a new friendship.
Because it's friendship you first said.
No, I knew that we're going to talk about friendships, but the rest of it just deleted in my brain.
Evidence of.
You know when something new happens to you and it's written you, like it's the only thing in your head, like friendship.
Omo, when last did you make a new friend?
What did I tell you the other day? I said my friend list is full,
Capacity.
right?
You are capacity.
I can't.
Oh, I made a new friend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Who?
No, me now. But they said before they say FJ is popular Django. I was in Makata Square. I quickly went to go and pick up something in this my clothes for graduation. And at the alteration shop, I met someone, very good looking guy, and he came to pick up his clothes too. So we bumped into each other. As for Africa now, we know ourselves. He looks Nigerian, so just nod our head. And I go Dania again. I met him again. I went downstairs again. I met him again. He said, "It is fate. How are you? What's your name?"
Are you stalking me right now?
The Nigerian in you wants to ask that
I'm
question.
like,
I didn't ask that. He was like, how are you? Are you and I said, are you Nigerian? I said, no, Ghanaian. I said, same difference. He said, how are you? What are you doing here? That's how we now exchange numbers and now say hi on a daily basis.
Ghanaian friend, hi.
So yes.
oh, that's interesting. I can't remember the last time I made a friend, man. Because I don't know. The older I get, the harder it is to make friends, because I think that I'm at an oh my god,
English.
my words,
First language.
my words. I am at an age.
They said you love with the bill. Sorry. Go stop it. So you are.
You cute.
It's alright. Let's rephrase. You're at the stage of your life.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Professor Omari speaking.
Talk about
At the stage of your life.
Yes, I'm at this stage, right, where my capacity for rubbish
Sorry. Yes.
I don't have capacity for rubbish.
Very, very minimal.
Yeah. I think the only rubbish I can take is the one that comes with bringing up small kids, you know? But anything aside from that, I don't have the strength for it. I can't. There's no space for it.
Yeah, I think the thing is, even your schedule right now does not even entertain it. I think me, I would say I'm at the stage where if I see rubbish, I don't recognize it. I'm too busy. My schedule is too tight that somebody might have to remind me that that's rubbish. Oh, sorry, you saw that? I didn't say it.
Oh, that was rubbish.
Oh, let's move on. No time.
Oh, Mary, I beg, please. Don't make me laugh.
So I saw this Reddit post or this Reddit thread where someone said in relation to, you know, friendships, like the question was, what kind of boundaries do you have with friendships? What kind of people will you not befriend? And this person says, lately I notice a major aversion to highly chaotic people, impulsive, insecure, and not self-aware, unable to exercise their own judgment and making dumb choices. In the past, I have had a high tolerance for this, but I have found chaos does not make me feel safe, and so it's not cute anymore. If I sense this vibe, I'm out.
You know, this thing that you just read, it goes both ways. Number one, you don't even know if the person has a mental issue and that they are even so.
No, we're talking about all things being equal. We're talking about all things being equal.
You don't know. But then on the other side, why are you that person's friend?
That's what she's saying, that if you are chaotic, you know those people that there's just this air of busyness around them. Once they come into the room,
No one sets out to be chaotic. No one sets out to be not self-aware. But
no, there are people that are just naturally not self-aware. Yeah. Because think about it this way: if you are coming into a place,
please, are you connected to internet? Are you connected
on the laptop?
Yes. What is the definition of friendship?
Ooh, I think we read this out before.
Yes, a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
What's the definition of friendship?
No, I think it was male-based that we read out. Or
Yes.
Yes. Your head is there.
Now when I said in my innermost if I see the clip, I'll add it to this one.
It's from definition where Ogo is coming from, and I will read it. They said, best friend, someone you can trust with your life, who has seen the best and worst of you, and will be there whenever you need someone to talk to. There is a balance in the relationship between give and take. You feel so in sync with them that you can comfortably share your inmost feelings.
Innermost feeling.
Innermost feeling.
But really, you are friends with someone and you say yes. Okay, yes, you can't tolerate that rubbish, but what if they need you at that point?
Don't overthink it, right? Imagine as I came in today, I'm all like, there's just this air, you know, people move with energies and you can pick up on people's energies. Yeah, I agree. So there's just this sense of busyness. It's just, I don't know how to put it to words.
And that is how this person constantly,
all the time. It's not like one off here, one off there, which is understandable because, you know, life. It's just, that's their default settings. Everything is just so.
But before you made friends with this person, did you see that?
You probably didn't. No. It's in the course of that friendship that you picked up on this. And
I think if we all see the future, a lot of people that are friends will not be friends. There's something that makes us friends, right? We attend the same class together and by default we became friends.
Yeah.
When we dig deep into that friendship, then that's where we identify the problem, the foundation. So
someone who is impulsive, insecure, and not self-aware.
Impulsive.
Yeah.
Don't think about anyone when you act. You just
do. Once it comes into your head, you just do it without consideration to anyone because you are not even self-aware. Not talk of being aware of, you know, people around you and how your actions make them feel and all that. Anyway, this one person says, sorry but not sorry. I can't be friends with someone if they have a chronic late problem. I can't. I get it if you are late once in a while, but always being late for everything. Nope. Like Nigerians can't relate to this one.
No, but I don't know. You know, I have a problem with that lateness too. It's just that we're in an environment where I know that that thing will be late, so there's no need me going early because that's how I'm wired to think.
Yeah.
But I like to tell people that my 10 o'clock is my 10
Yes.
o'clock. And there are occasions where I've been to places where I tell the guy 6:30 and I'm there at 6:30, and he's like, "You are one of the first people I've seen keep to time." Even when I went to do my makeup recently with
Ronke.
no, I wanted to look for her handle name.
MB Pro.
Shout out to MB Pro.
So making us look good.
I said to her,
Wait, you guys come and pay for adverts. We just
I
advertise.
said to her that I'll be there at 2 p.m. and at 1:59 I was there. So I don't know what we're talking about. I said, you keep to time. Oh.
Sorry,
I didn't think you
every time she has told me to come, I've never kept to the time. Maybe that's why.
Opposite. So you
Maybe
know,
that's why.
Lateness, there are certain things where, especially when it's a serious event,
Yeah.
we know that 2 p.m. is 2 p.m. And we know when it's time to freestyle. It's not a picnic.
This
where-
issue of lateness, man. There was a party. First of all, I don't like being late for an event. If you tell me your event starting at 2, I'll be there at 2. If I'm late, I'm 2 minutes past 2 late. There was an event. Was supposed to start. Was supposed to start at 5 or something. Oh my goodness. We were there 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 9:30 was when this event started. I'm like, have a conscience. But you can't just walk away because you've come in there, you've met with your friends and you're chatting, and that's really the only thing that. And then when they started, it was one of those events where they hoard the food because they know that people just want to have dinner and leave.
Of course.
So now they hoard the food. I'm like, I don't even care. I can just go home anyway.
No, do you know the worst one? My husband went to Melbourne for a wedding, and they said they would start somewhere around 3 or 2. So we booked a return flight because there's no need. Like there's the late flight. Up until 7 p.m. The wedding had not started. He got pissed off. After a while, so he left when the wedding was just about to start. And
He has a flight to catch.
You know, it costs us money to
Yeah.
book flights, though, through the
Like,
money, the everything.
It just
is done.
shows you just don't respect other people's lives. Because if I've made out 2 hours to be at your event and then you are 4 hours late, it means you just feel the whole day is yours.
Especially involvement that people are traveling from far and
Yes,
wide.
people
It's not
are-
like we're living on the same street and I say this and then you just come.
Like I
back
can
and
even
buy.
go home and when you start, I pop back in.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying that you are with this person.
No,
Make friends with people that don't make.
No, I can relate totally to that. I'm not saying we're not guilty of being late, but it's not. You cannot tag me with lateness. She even does better at being punctual.
Well, no, she even
But
does better. She
I-
does excellently well.
Raise hand.
I even started going to parties late in my head, thinking that, oh, I'm late. But I still end up waiting for the party. I'm like, what is this?
It's amazing.
Anyway, next one. This comment says, this may sound terrible, but I won't befriend or at least will set a strong boundary around anyone whose insecurities are so overlarge that they effectively become other people's responsibility. I was more sympathetic to this tendency when I was younger, but it always led to, frankly, toxic friendship dynamics. So I have since then grown wiser and not only focused on friendships with people who have their baggage generally handled. I also run at the sound of anyone ever describing themselves as an empath. My experience with self-described empath has been deeply self-involved people who have terrible boundaries, especially romantically, and who are perpetually the victim in all the many conflicts in their lives. I view them as wolves in sheep's clothing, people who are genuinely empathetic and whom I deeply appreciate barely boast about themselves as such. This one is very interesting because there are some people that just cannot say no to things. You just can't say no. Why?
But it doesn't mean that you have a problem, actually.
Oh, it does.
Does it?
It does. You should know when to say no. If it's going to affect your already the way you've already scheduled your day or the way you've already planned your life, if it's going to affect that negative to your detriment, you should be able to say no.
Yeah. I'm a bit dicey on it.
Explain what makes you dicey on this one.
Because you don't know the situation of each of these things that has happened. What if it is family?
Let me paint a story for you. So let's say I live really close by, and every day I'm like, oh Joy, I beg, no vex, so can you help me pick the kids from school, please, 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 please?
And I keep saying yes.
Your shift is supposed to start at 3. You're supposed to be at work 3 o'clock, and I'm calling you at 2:30 to tell you this. Okay. Right?
I see your point.
I'm calling you at 2:30 to tell you this. Maybe the first time you'll be like, oh, this is new. Maybe she's really tied up somewhere and she just can't make it. And you say, oh yeah, no problem. And then the next week, oh Joy, I beg, oh, no vex for me, please, oh, don't be angry, I beg, help me now. How long will you continue to say yes?
But the issue I have with that is the fact that people now say, Joy will never say no, so let's use her.
Yeah, well,
so
yes.
it now begins to.
So when will Joy say no? I don't want to get to work late, because last 2-3 times I did this, I was always 10 minutes, 15 minutes late to work, and I don't want that record. So at what point do you then say no?
That's hard. Because from experience, I have come to see that I am also a little bit in that way. Sometimes I don't know when to say no. Sometimes I don't know when to say, oh yes, or something like that. It might be annoying to me, but I'll still say yes and do it, even though it's maybe I'm not happy about it or something like that. But because you know what issue, something like that.
Like we said previously, I'm at a stage in life.
Just say yes.
Thank you for that word. I'm at a stage of my life where if I'm going to be pissed at myself about it later, I'll just tell you no.
Yeah.
Because why do I want to be pissed at myself? If it's something that when I finish doing it, I'll be like, I could have just said no. I know this person has options. I'm not the only one that you can reach out to for this, right? Unless I genuinely just really, yeah. And the more you say yes, the more they keep coming.
I don't agree that because you can tell when someone is using you. But if you realize that this person
if you realize that the person is using you, some people still don't say no. They still keep taking it.
But also there are times where
wait. As I finish calling you, oh Joy, please help me pick my children, this and that. You now say, oh, I don't. Okay, no problem. Okay. Then you now call Omari and say, man, what's wrong with this of every day? She's always calling me, come and pick my children. Now that rant that you should have given me the minute I said, help me.
I get your point.
You're passing it to Omari. And Omari is like, just say no.
You know the worst part about all of this is when the person is now in need and not in need. You don't know. They tend to now tell you the same story because you feel for it. And then tomorrow you see pictures that the person went to club at the expense of you picking up their kids.
Yeah.
Have you
to your detriment, because you've lost 15 minutes and you could have been at work.
Have you seen how much you are saying, oh, I need to help this person, and then the worst part is not realizing that you were used. You were
used and abused.
Terrible feeling.
And
abandoned.
The sad part about the stage some people are today where they don't want to assist is because of experiences that they had. Then people are intentionally killing the opportunity for other people that really need help. Because in my head, when someone gives me that line, I was like, they don't use that for me. But then that person really does need help, and it's not nice because people really do it. Like, even before you ask for help, you look at somebody's situation too. You know that person is pushing it. So why are you taking advantage of that person? Do it only because.
Or even when you constantly ask, like she said. But one thing she said in that post is something about being a self-empath and self-professing that you're
Yes. So let me even ask Google what empath is. Who is
maybe putting yourself in other people's shoes,
an
showing empathy.
Who is an empathetic person? Yeah. So it says an empathetic person is someone who can understand and share the feelings of others. Now, there's a difference between being able to understand and share people's feelings and just generally going out of your way to prove to others that, oh, look at me, I'm so good. I can always go out of my way to make everyone else happy
That is pride.
while I stay miserable. I think that's what she says.
You're out there saying, "Oh, yes, I'm here to help." But
Yes.
inside, you are suffering.
You're not happy about it. So why are you doing that?
No, that's
Just so that you can say, oh, because I always feel people's pain. I'm always, putting myself in their shoes.
I do feel like, as a friend, people go through different stages in their lives. I don't feel, maybe like the first story you read and said that someone becomes impulsive. I feel like one's true self evolves with each stage of life that you are in.
Of course.
My relationship with you as your friend, when you're talking about keeping healthy boundaries, I've been friends with you for 10 years and I've seen you evolve over these years. I should know when something is good and when something is bad. But then if you're saying that because in this year that I've evolved into a different stage, I am now impulsive. Oh, no, you can't deal with me. Does that make you my friend?
Now this, that
Because you want to keep your
we
healthy
use the
boundaries.
term friendships a bit loose, So even like people that you just generally have this social relationship with on a daily, that, okay, let me say people that have access to you, people that feel like they have access to you. So not just friends, because I've been friends with Omari for, let me not say the ways in my mind, for a while, right? There are things that I know already that there's no point. There are things that I know that, oh yeah, she's the right person to go to. Do you get? And I'm sure that there are things that she knows that when it comes to this one, leave her go. She's this one not follow, I beg. And there are things that she know that yes, she's the right person for me to reach out to on this. So we understand that because of how close and how long we've been friends for. As she evolves, as I evolved, we're adjusting accordingly. And
so Omari now becomes impulsive. Omari now starts being agitated at anything possible, easily like that. You want to maintain your healthy boundary. Oh my God,
no, it doesn't work like
she
that.
knows it's a phase.
Yes. I know it's a phase. I know it's something that I need to address with her. Like, babes.
So going back to that post, how long has this person been friends with that person?
That's where I said that sometimes we'll use the term friendship a bit loosely because you can call people that just generally have access to you.
In fact, we're saying the same thing. So that person is not a friend to that person because
They're
if
just
you were
there for
a
what they
friend,
can get.
exactly.
No, but it depends. Some people intentionally make friends with you because of what they can get from you in the front.
I agree.
So yes, the person can be a friend because why the person is genuinely thinking they're making friends with you, you are making friends with an intention
end.
in mind. So I know that I will need help in the next 6 months, but that time I don't have. So let me get to this person so that
Let's
that
get
time
close.
you would be
So
my
that when I
backup
call her and
plan.
say I'm dropping my kids off for an hour or two,
Yeah.
she's
That
open to
people
it.
that think well about what they want ahead of time. So they don't just make friends like that. And trust me, and that's why those friendships, you say like, but these people been close before.
Yeah.
They don't use you finish.
They've gotten what they wanted.
And they
out
will
of that
also
friendship.
look for situations to. Have you not seen that people intentionally create problems to destroy friendship because
Yes.
they need to get rid of you?
Yeah. Right on, mama.
But it's the truth. So it's we human beings, our individual persons.
But then how do you know? It's just like being in any kind of romantic relationship. How do you also know that this person is genuine?
It still boils down to the foundation of friendship. Me and you can just see on the road, we just gossip about one mutual enemy. And because we don't like that person, we become friends. Where do you think that friendship will lead you to? When one person is
Because
to make peace
they
with person.
could do that to you too someday.
Yeah. So you will become the victim too tomorrow.
As they say in Nigeria, the broom where they take sweep the first wife come over for house.
They go use and still
They
sweep
go
you.
see you and sweep the
And
second
that is
one.
where I believe what goes around comes around. So it just really depends, because if we now think deep at this friendship thing, now say, how did you people become friends? we attended the same course together. No, I'm not saying genuine friendships cannot come from it. But when you see some friendships that break, you see why they break.
Yeah. Well, in my time in Australia, shout out to all the people I've made friends with.
Yeah.
I might not term them because, like we were discussing earlier, having friends in the diaspora can be very hard.
Yes.
Keeping friendships too in the diaspora can be really hard because you come here, you're of different ages, you're from different, like just marriages from different backgrounds, or like when back home you grew up together, maybe you grew up in the same family dynamics and all of that.
Yes.
So keeping friendships abroad is really, really hard. So for the few ones that I have come to nurture, I am really grateful for them and try to, like you said, keep the healthy boundaries within. But yeah, it's still not easy, even in our old age. Because we come to a new country, we can't survive without relationships. We need support in one way or the other. But how to maintain those relationships, especially when everything here abroad is about work. You don't even find time to socialize.
Yeah.
If you socialize, one thing is suffering. So it becomes really difficult.
Yeah.
But aside the stories we've read, if we ask the questions among ourselves, what type of friend wouldn't you befriend?
Oh, well. A user for one.
Someone that drains me. Constantly drains me. Like when I hang out with you and I leave, I'm like, thank God.
Or when I feel like maybe our energies don't match. We can have the same vibes, but maybe our thought patterns are way different on things. It depends.
For me, it's someone that just can't think.
I'm so married. Yours is just different.
Their brain is working at half capacity.
And let me also explain. Maybe I described it wrongly, but I need to explain. See, I don't expect you to have a solution when I'm talking to you about something. But when you say you're a friend, I feel like you say like, what do we do now? But there are people that are just listening. I can't help you, so go and deal with it.
Well.
But they're your friend. It's not that's not the way they will put it, but they're just listening to you. They can't help you. But
anyways, in all fairness to them, some people they don't just know what to do. Maybe they are just there to give you a listening ear and say, "Oh, it's okay. Sorry, provide you comfort."
and you can't
But
provide
after
solution.
listening ear, you don't have any solution,
solution.
then you will ask.
There's a way
You
you
will
guys
now
put
ask,
aside,
like, okay,
How do we
like,
go
what do you
about it?
have in mind? Like, how do you want to?
And they are able to suggest to you that
Even if you don't have any suggestion, like,
there's a way you don't even have to do it, but just ask, who do you think we can reach out to? Who do we? There's a way you personalize it and be like, oh, I know this person. I can ask.
I'm a very thoughtful person, so I would like also a friend that is as thoughtful as you.
That's just the angle I'm coming from. Like the other, there are some friendship and some people are still tagging themselves best friends like that. You are sucking someone dry. Only one person is giving, but we are not receiving. And it doesn't even occur to you as a person that you should examine your friendship to know what you should do better.
my own is sometimes then just be a bit more sensitive, because if I'm hungry, I might not just want to just come all out and just say, man, Omara never chop to do. You get, even if I'm saying,
Omar is very good at that.
if I'm saying, my belly is paining me,
I'm very bad at it.
let it enter your mind to ask me, you don't chop.
That's another set of
Yes.
that's another set of people I don't want to be friends.
Let it enter your mind to ask, you don't chop. I mean,
No,
good day.
John no go ask. That one said me said they fight.
Yesterday, you get one of our friends wake up. In fact, he's more my friend than a marriage friend. I feel like we're at a stage where if you be hungry, tell me.
Speak
say,
up.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm just using this hunger excuse.
No, but it just happened yesterday.
Omar now saw the rice that I gave the person. Why not? You should say this rice to you. The person doesn't. It doesn't me. Because we have become that close.
Yeah.
No, but it's also because someone has had a long day and has not eaten all day. And the first chance of you to put food on his table, you give him something small.
I gave lights.
Like, how do you do that?
Now for you. Now for you.
So, like, coming to what she said, that's another set of people again. You need to put yourself in somebody's shoes. Like, if I say something, get the memo. Somebody used to tell me that it's not everybody that understand. I have to spell it. I said, sorry, if you know me by now, I won't spell it. I have told you the best way. I'm telling you I'm struggling with stuff.
Yeah.
There's somebody, you're not telling me that I should come literally and tell you, oh, I'm really struggling. No. But I'm just saying you about my day-to-day tasks
Yeah.
and how it's going.
Pick up on it.
And then you're telling me that some people want you to spell it out. My husband will oftentimes will tell me, don't be angry. Maybe they don't know. Go tell them. I said, no, tell you wait. What I have told you. You want me to come and literally tell you, please, I'm hungry. Give me food. But I'm telling you, I've not eaten since morning.
Yeah.
How else do I want to spell it? That means you can't think, to be honest.
But sometimes
It's
you are
there.
saying it, you don't know the word that is on that person's plate too.
See,
And they're like, whoa, my sister, if I start to
but
talk.
wait, guess what? I say one off is okay. But when
Constantly,
you're
consistently.
you are telling me that this is your nature and you are telling me that I have to tell you exactly what to do. No, I won't do that. Anybody that knows me, when you tell me that I can do my words, I won't do that.
Another set of people that I can do without being friends with is if you don't know who you are as a human being.
Yeah.
Like your mind is
I know who I am.
You go to help the person discover itself.
Yeah.
And you know the worst thing about those people, because they are not still sure. After you help them discover, they'll
they'll
still
go
be
back. They'll go back to square one.
I hate that
2 months later. You still help them discover.
It can be very tiring.
It's draining.
Andrew, exactly. I was going to
It's
say
draining.
that. Yeah,
It
I agree
drains
with
me.
you.
Because if you know how you go carry person matter for your head,
Yeah.
and then you help them do the work, you know.
Oh, I have like a classic example. I came into this country. I have a friend, and that friend refused to do a certain kind of job. So I was like, no, don't do that. Do this. Why have you not gone through this route? Why have you not gone through this route? You know what? I'll provide you support. I did all the necessary things to sign the person up, pick them. And then immediately the person picked up and did all of those
Yeah.
things. Recently the person was saying, this person said that I should not be friends with you. Me, never in my life. I must be friends with you because you were there when I needed you most. So people like that can just pick up on stuff. And why the other people, you push them. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next tomorrow. I agree. Because those kind of people cannot motivate you back. And
Yes.
sometimes even you
And
as the friend
anytime
that
when
is
you're even struggling with something,
Yes.
because of their lack of motivation, they will drag you down.
Yeah, I get
Some of you to grow your.
Yeah, they will just pull you
I was
down.
supposed to be growing together,
We're supposed to be able to, like, anytime you're feeling low, if I chip in,
I feel
it
up
boosts
for you,
you.
you feel up
If
for
I'm
me.
feeling low, you boost me.
And that's why I said, but friendship, if you don't, it's
It's
just
give and
between-
take.
exactly every relationship. Anyways, whatever you
And
give
it
is what
doesn't
you
matter if somebody
receive.
gives more. Let it just be that you also give.
Yes.
Because we cannot be at the same level.
Exactly.
But it's when you are not doing it.
Yeah,
that's when
you are
it's an
speaking my
issue.
mind today. I'm telling you.
Talking about this, the next comment is like complaining endlessly about the same things without any will or desire to change them. Why are we talking about the same thing over and over and over? Do something.
But then those kind of people still need people too as well. So don't abandon
But
them.
when you become their people, then they start to suck life out of you too.
See, we're talking about how our schedules, our capacity to accommodate certain things is too much. So I've given you my time.
Yeah.
I could use that time for something, and then you take me back to the same thing again.
That we
Yeah.
have spoken about several times.
Good thing is that sometimes we don't see each other in a phone call because that sometimes you're like, waiting be this.
Yeah.
Like before you see, oh no, but you could just say,
This person says, I'm talking about people who spend hours every week for years dumping the same problems that are largely under their own control on the same people without wanting any advice, trying any solutions, or acknowledging that at this point they need to accept the way things are or move on. Example, let's say now you have a husband, and maybe when you first started your marriage or whatever, you're feeling like the best wife ever, virtuous woman. You wake up 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. when you have to go to your job. He likes fresh food every day. So when you wake up that morning, you will make that fresh food available. Now you have maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, however number of children you have, and it's becoming tasking.
Yeah.
And your husband does not understand that he has to step up now and get out of that fresh food, this thing that you started. You keep complaining to me about this every day. Like, this man wants fresh food. I can't keep up. It's a bit stressful. Handling the kids, handling my job, handling all of this in the home.
Yeah.
You've been complaining about it from the time you had your first child. And now, 6 children down the line, you're still complaining about this. And maybe I've mentioned to you, okay, maybe try cooking bulk and put it in the fridge. Let it be clear to him that he cannot get fresh food. Life has changed. Things has changed. If he wants fresh food, he should get into the kitchen and do it himself.
Yeah.
That's one solution that I have. Kindly
Give it to
give
you.
it to you. You put that solution in the bin.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you come and complain. I couldn't wake up on time, and he was angry that I didn't cook fresh food. What do you want me to tell you?
Just be there
Especially
and
when the person listening is not cooking fresh food.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I can't even
Because
like.
I'm trying to relate. Because
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, but I'm trying to relate.
Yeah.
And I know that if I do it, I will be drained.
You can't keep up with it.
I can't. And people need to choose wisely. You want fresh food, you want 5 children.
Which time?
Oh my God.
The relationship is not fresh. We can't do that.
Fresh food is not fresh relationship.
Because it's me and you.
Sorry, let me know.
See, by the time one child come, we move from fresh. Every letter of the alphabet in that fresh is going down.
Is that Ash? Is that Rich? The more the children, the less left. It disappears.
At the 5th member of the family, the fresh is gone.
Oh my, what's wrong with you? Laughing demurely.
We're talking about the freshness of the relationship.
Laughing demurely in the mud.
Oh my God.
You don't see where hunger go beat you. You go the ransack freezer, they find the food where you remain
For yourself.
Nobody go.
Because you don't even have time. You're already full on with the kids.
Yeah.
So what time do you have?
So if you are constantly in that state, for how long do I have the strength to keep at that? Like, because I know that whatever I'm telling you, in one ear, out the other, it's never, you're not ever going to woman up and work towards, creating a more peaceful atmosphere in your home that works for you and your husband.
Something just occurred to me because now I'm just thinking about why friendships really break and people don't fix it. Because I've just realized that if we're not on the same level, where you say, I'm giving, you are giving. Because if one person is just doing it, if that friendship stops today, one person misses the relationship, another person doesn't miss the relationship. But if two people
The person that is constantly giving and never
yes,
receives.
but if 2 of us are doing the same thing, 2 of you will have the willingness to want to make peace in that relationship
If
too.
you people have the same purpose of being in that relationship.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Without the one person that comes with an intention.
Yes.
Like, a relationship that is natural.
But if before the friendship even starts, you don't already get what you want to
Yeah.
achieve or mind, you're not just being
Because
here.
that's why you see friends that even after they fight, 2 hours
This-
later, they're
this-
like, no, they happen.
Yeah, this
they fix
expands
it.
into
Yes.
marriage. It's not
Yes.
just that relationship.
And why do you think with marriage, we might say it's marriage, but marriage, when we say we die here, it means that after we fight, we don't come back.
when you vex finish, consider.
It's just like how we were just before before we started recording, where we say if we fight, like you don't end for door. When we go outside, we say, everybody, hi, hello. Later on, we talk about it and we move on.
Yes.
And then
We'll pack it at the door.
Exactly.
We'll pack it at the door.
How about friends that say, not just married now? It's not like we're in a married. How about friends that want you to stay friends with them and just them, and don't want you to socialize with other people, but they just want you? How healthy is that kind of friendship?
Very unhealthy. Because one person cannot give you
Everything that you
everything. You can't get everything you need from one person. There was a podcast I watched, something, I can't remember who it was, but I think Trevor Noah was on that episode that I listened to, and he said in the past we lived in closely knit communities where I think they were in relation to marriages even, where you don't expect your husband to be your friend or your gist partner or many different things that you expect from your husband today. But because today our social life is shrunken, so you marry this man, you want him to be your apropos mate, if you have any gossip, you want him to be the one to receive it. If you have any problems, any emotional, whatever, you want him to be there. He's the father of your kids. He's all of these different, you are expecting.
Should we blame social media?
Not really social media. It's just the way society is set now. So like if I have 5 friends, I know that this one likes clubbing. So if I want to go clubbing,
I go with this friend.
I go with this one. If I know that this one likes to cook, so if there's anything cooking related, it's that one. But I can't expect the one that goes clubbing, who I know that should rather not sit in the house or be in the kitchen or doing any of those homely things, and tell her, oh, let's cook this and that. It doesn't work. So you have all these different friends who fit different aspects of your life.
Yeah, I agree.
But then just value what you have with someone. It doesn't. It's you that know what me and this person have.
Exactly.
It's this way. It's
Exactly.
special. Whether you go, Agaracha must come back. You are still, because you know what you have, and that's what is important to you. If I see you talking to this person, I know what you guys are talking about.
You go squeeze face now. Why don't I? I should know what you are talking about.
So,
I have to.
I take you.
shouldn't even be bothered
I take you
about
back
that.
memory lane. That the stage I am now. If anything is happening, I'm not seeing it. You will have to actually remind me. Now.
Man, Omar is good at unlooking. No? Her unlooking game is top notch.
It's if I want to pay attention, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you might even think I paid attention, but in the mud. I didn't see you.
True.
But in the future, when I tell you that I did that thing you were doing, but you were doing it for yourself, you'll be surprised. And I can tell you 5 years later.
And
Should they ever forget?
No.
as it's happening, I don't forget
Yeah.
I don't have that plenty space in my brain to be keeping records. But Mary will tell you the dates, the clothes when you wear, where you people wear.
I chose to ignore you.
And I'm like, oh, I vaguely remember. I'm not really sure. Too much time has passed. I really don't know.
But that's why I choose my battles. It was just not what attending to. So
You know when you don't vex, you can't even forget what it make you vex.
you know that you can spend time thinking, but waiting make me vex.
What was I angry about? I don't even know.
Not me, not me.
No.
You remember why you're angry?
Yeah.
No.
And it keeps me in maybe the position I have decided to be at that moment. It reminds me of why I should not go back.
No, you know that you are not going back, but you don't even remember what.
Or you remember, or you stop. You remember only some of the things, and don't remember the others.
Yes.
There are some things that will happen in a relationship. You remember why you were angry, but not that you're angry, but you remember why you decided to take a position on that relationship.
Maybe you're thinking deep into where we're coming from. There are some things obviously someone will do to you. In 100 years, you will never forget. Because when you categorize pain, there are some pain that are top notch.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Well, so it really just depends. Because there are times where time goes and I forget.
Because me, I know that, we're in a different place right now, but it's like, what really happened? I don't know. I shall just know that.
Because nothing's
it's done.
tangible. And this has to do with people that build. This one happened on Monday, this one happened on Tuesday, this one happened on Wednesday.
I can't keep that. I can't keep tabs.
And by the time we get to Sunday, you've forgotten Monday.
I can't even keep the tabs at all.
Or if it's one thing.
Do you know there's people that you even offend that you don't know that you're being you offended them, and you moved, or you just saw that maybe as something in past.
Yeah.
But you know that
And then
if I don't
they
tell you
keep it.
offended me, I move on.
Yeah. If I'm angry with you and I can't talk to you about it,
That's it.
it means that I don't want to address it.
And
I
that's
strip
it.
it and we
I move
carry on. But if I'm angry and I feel like I can't move on with it, then it means that I absolutely have to have a conversation with you.
And please
see
don't
where
tell me
we're at.
10 years later.
Wow.
Because
I remember
I'll
that.
be angry that you're telling me.
Remember
10
5 years ago when we did that place?
No, I don't
told
remember.
you.
I don't remember.
I was really angry with you that time. Oh.
Wow.
So what kind of thing is that?
Just tell
that.
me, I'll just tell you, young.
If I don't tell you, it's over. If I just
In the mud, I only remember things like that when I feel like you want to start bringing something. I'm just letting you know that don't take away. They happen. I they let
for
her.
someone like me that is I'm very tolerated, but sometimes when I've had it up to here, I can now go and refer back to.
Can you repeat
certain
what you just
things.
said?
That I am a very tolerative
And you're
person.
really repeating it.
Yes, I actually am. Yes, I am actually.
Wait.
Maybe not to you, but I am. I will tolerate, but when it has got to here, I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say is a lie.
Oh, it's correct.
Oh, so when I said repeat, I was trying to understand if she is.
She's
okay.
you're not. That's what I'm trying to say. When you are talking about relationships, there are different types. You're my sister. You get what you feel to, I don't feel tolerate, but they are friends that will do something. You get,
But you see, like sister relationship, you know that
Two different.
anyhow.
Two different.
I can't sister you.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. as I feel it very tolerative and say I'll tolerate and tolerate, but when you get to hear my sister, I'll feel come castle, I'll come boss. I can't even remember all those things like say you did this, you did that, things like
After podcast, I'll try to see the tolerative part of it.
Are you serious right now?
Wait.
Simply what?
I'm not going to be part of this.
But seriously, are you saying I'm not tolerative?
I don't know until you just said it.
Wait. When the lights go off.
No.
I just wanted to look for trouble.
She's my sister alone.
Anyway,
She's in a different world of her.
what tips will you give to people, or do you know any tips that you can give someone that still has capacity for friendship? Because it's like all of you now, except for Joy. Joy still makes friends.
Per second. Because I'm in a new country. When I was back home, I wasn't doing that. I was working in customer services, so I have to smile and be nice to everybody. But right here now, I believe because I have migrated, I have inherited my sister's friends. But sometimes I realize that I need my own friends. So because I am just in my old age now that I have migrated, I still need to build a circle of dependable people that I can reach out to at least once or twice. I can hang out with.
So how do you build those new?
As long as the person is not a user. Sorry, excuse me, because it is Obodo Ibo that we are. There are plenty users, my people. But seriously, as long as the person meets your energy and you vibe together, the person understands that your relationship with you, or both of you, is important, and that it is give and take. You give and you receive, but you give back as well, and things like that. So those are the kind of people I have in my circle. I've had people that maybe give me a different vibe. I cut myself off like gradually, and then eventually completely.
Yeah.
So as long as they meet your energy, that's really, really it for me.
For those of us that don't have the capacity,
For friendship.
I'm just kidding. I think
But do you know that you on your own, your Mama Australia,
I didn't tell you. That real Mama Australia.
I particularly don't have the capacity, because if I still have the capacity,
Yeah.
I think I would have expanded by now.
Beyond.
I think also life has gotten too busy, and you are responsible for more people. So I also like to be responsible for my friends. So when I see that, I don't like to get to a point where I feel like I'm struggling to keep up.
Because you are naturally a giver.
Okay,
Yes, actually.
down to my advice.
Give it to us.
Let's not get to that one. For me, I think people should just be, the way we'll say relationship, they'll say love with your head first. I think with friendship, because it's also a relationship.
Yeah.
And you see the heartbreak people suffer with their partners, they still suffer it in friendship.
Yes.
And that's what we need to understand.
We should talk about friendship heartbreak sometimes.
So we need to understand that. So I feel that before you let loose, you need to think through it. You need to, if you're intentional about understanding what this person is, what they represent, what's their purpose. Is this friendship going to be natural? I think we should be intentional about answering some questions before we let loose into that friendship and say, let us dive into it. Because it's very painful when you just be friends with someone and then 10 years down the line you realize that
It was a waste of time.
You start explaining to the world,
It's very
because
painful.
in 10 years,
Because you've
our
invested.
words, the investment.
I say this thing like it's just like a married, because you stayed.
Yes.
If you stayed long enough with someone in a relationship that much, you've invested your time, your
Yes.
energy,
Have you seen
your resources.
You get to the point where even your
husband will say, I don't even feel temper with that friendship, because that's how much they know.
Yeah.
So when those kind of friendship break, the only thing is that, okay, because you have your husband or kids around you, it will look like you're not lamenting, or it is painful.
Yeah.
How do you begin to now live a different, because I've lived a life that I've put you inside of it. So to avoid getting
You're
to that
already
point,
intertwined in my
it's
life.
hard.
Like, yeah.
And this kind of friendship, every day you just be saying, but now wow.
Yeah.
It's not like you've not moved on, but you're just trying to understand that. So life can be like this. So I think everybody just needs to think through it, that I know that if we fight tomorrow, we'll still have common grounds to come back.
Yes.
The value of that friendship, not the one that's we fight, that's it.
Yeah, just
the
willing
whole thing
to
has
throw
just
it
ended.
away. Yeah.
It still marvels me to today. So we just need to think through it. And like I said before, people can form friendship like we meet in church every day because we sit on the same chair. That's how we start talking to each other, and that just happened. And then we forget that.
Do you want to watch a good movie?
Yeah, we don't have the same goal. Like at that point, we're not seeing it. But as you now discover the person down the line,
You decide where to move on.
it's like marriage now. They say you don't know the person until you marry him.
True.
I would on date for 10 years, yet I still don't. And that's how
Yeah.
friendship, you review. And another thing people should understand with friendship is how you are to that person. If you're not the same way to this person, then you are two different people.
Yes. Yes.
I can't be saying joy is nice and another person is saying joy is not nice. It has to stand out.
Yes.
So you have to be one person. I'm not saying to some people you'll be extra, but there's a part
But
of you
generally speaking,
that's who
this
you
is
are.
who you are. It's not like you're like this on Mondays and on Wednesdays you're
So if there
someone
are people
else.
that perceive you as somebody that is different, then that person is two-faced. And that's just it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me,
The end of this video just became very sober.
it became to be heavy, Abby. Anyway, talking about this particular, setting boundaries. I'm at a point, like, if it's too much, if I feel like I've put too much effort in something and I'm not getting that same level of effort back, then
There's no point.
yeah,
no
we just leave it. Just leave it. Because I don't know, you know how you just take someone as part of your family, really. Because you know that if this person calls for any reason, you're ready to do anything for them. So, but if it's not the same on the other side, you're like, it's alright. You just allow it to just fizzle out naturally. And I don't like problem.
At all.
I like drama that I am not involved in.
Because it is sweet. It is sweet.
I like drama as long as I'm not involved.
Who doesn't like it?
But then when the drama don't involve me, I'm like, hey.
I don't want it.
How did I come in?
I don't want it, please. I don't want
About
it.
involving you is that you might become the center of drama and people will forget how we started.
Exactly. So once the drama done, they drag me into, I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do this.
So, people,
Anyway,
from healthy relationship,
yes.
know
set
your boundaries.
Be able to say no. Be able to not be in a position where you are being constantly used. If you find yourself in a position where after you accept something, you're calling someone else to lament about that thing you've just accepted.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, and it's better to call it quits in year 1 of the friendship than in year 10. When it's not working, when you are seeing that it's not working, start pulling out.
Yeah.
Before someone gets hot.
Yeah, before you become too invested.
At least it's not a marriage.
Abby. Because marriage, there's a lot to consider.
But there are really friendships that go deep. I've seen people that are friends for 50 years, 60 years.
Oh, there was one, I don't know if I sent it to you. These two ladies, they've been friends for years, whether 20 years or 25 years or something like that. And they did Ashebi, they did photo shoot and everything.
Oh, I think I saw it on Instagram too as well.
it was nice.
Friendship shoot, because we're like, they don't do friendship shoots.
Inside friendship now that they do
goes deep.
Ashebi.
You see where people are like, even the children are so close that you start to tell who's the mother in between them. So those kind of friendship.
Yeah.
You know they happen for both people.
It did happen.
It's just two individuals. You just need to. It depends on the people now.
Yeah. Some are so close that when they're buying houses, they will buy.
They are near each other. So
that in this abroad.
no, people still do. They'll just buy a big plot of land and then it becomes 2 buildings.
Yeah.
They will build.
Yeah.
And that brings us to when you and your friend are growing together. And that's when it can happen. But when one person is still behind, you can't get to that stage.
No. You will do whatever it is to in your current situation, according to your situations.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hope that you've enjoyed this episode. We hope that you've picked 1 or 2 things, and if you have any experiences that you would like to share, please also share your experiences.
Don't do that. That's my part.
I know.
And as always, if you have enjoyed this, please don't forget to
Like,
share.
subscribe. Are we adding a dark one?
And that's all. Enjoy, please.
Biko, s'il vous plaît.
Please, help for our ministry.
We want to make this money. That's how she said.
Yes,
we want to make it.
We would like to be celebrities in the future so that we don't have to hustle. Don't want to know what it took us to have this podcast today. If people do not like, okay, please like.
I think one of these days we'll talk about a lot of struggles.
I swear.
Especially for a day like today.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, and as always, until next time, bye.
Bye.